Okay, I'm here. And Discord is informed and everything's good. And there you are, Panathorox. Howdy, dude. Right. So sorry about the problems with yesterday. I was going to do a live stream and everything, and I was going to go to the store, pick up some meats for barbecuing and everything. But my Christmas in July day, everything went wrong, and I was just like, I kind of let it get to me a little bit. Because I have depression. I talk about it a lot. It's actually annoying. It annoys me how often I have to talk about it, but it's just how often it happens. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yesterday I woke up and immediately I have like a skin tag on my inner thigh, and it irritates the skin around it, and basically means that sometimes I have like a big spot there or something. Which hurts. It gets sore, just that part, which means that I can't walk very well. I also didn't end up sleeping very well, so I woke up. I had to go out anyway, pretty early in the well, about 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. So I don't know why I said pretty early because that's not early at all. But I didn't sleep, so I finally get to sleep at around about 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. And then so I managed to get 2 hours of good, decent sleep, and then I get woken up because we have to go to the pharmacist to pick up my medication, um, which is just perfect. My medication's been really weird. They're really odd with their. They basically are like, okay, we're giving you just enough medication so that you can get through until you run out. The second you run out, we'll tell you when you can pick up more medication. It's like, right, but this medication, part of my depression medication, and also it's a beta blocker. It regulates your heart rate. They're very iffy about what would happen if I was not to take it, right? um. So yeah. I'm always terrified about this. This gives me anxiety because I have to go to the pharmacy to pick up medication, without which I might have a hard time living. You know, and they don't get it. They don't understand why. They don't understand why this is a thing. In the past, I did. Hi, Roscoe. By the way, I don't know if I said hi. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if No, in the past they gave you the option of basically you can order your medication on an app on your phone, and I used to do that. But the thing is that for like a week before I was set to run out, that's the only time that I can start to order medication. It's just that I was very worried this time because part of my blood pressure medication had been destroyed. Like when I was pushing it out of the packet, it kind of went it kind of exploded. The second that it made contact with the air, I was pushing a little bit too hard, I guess. But essentially, like the little tablet that I'm supposed to take, it kind of just went. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you depressed by telling you about my depression episode. um, but yeah, so I basically hadn't had like my blood pressure medication. Fortunately, with the medication that I've had so far, it's not a big deal if I skip a couple of days of those because it's just not a big deal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter so much. It's very easy to do that. To miss those, like when I went to Virginia, I basically had run out of medication after the first day that I was there, and I was there for 10 days. I was there for 2 weeks. I was there for more than 10 days. Um, so yeah, and I felt fine while I was there, which is weird because American food is crazy, not really varied. My diet was weird when I was there, and you put cinnamon in everything, you assholes. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I'm fucked either way because I said to them, just order my medication for me. Just order it a week before you think I'm going to run out. Just order it then. And they keep telling me that that's exactly what they're doing. And I forgot. I keep forgetting to ask them. It's like, okay, order it 2 weeks before you think I'm going to run out, just in case something like this happens, because this is anxiety inducing, like a lot. You know, I don't know. Good food comes at a cost. What? What, in America? No, you just have to make it yourself. You have to spend ages in stores looking for all the stuff that you need, and then then you have to store it somewhere in your house. And I've noticed that American kitchens, like English kitchens, European kitchens, we're all about food storage. We have like a larger fridge. We have largest fridge spaces. Like your fridges are fairly kind of like they have a lot more shelves. There's not a lot of space in them. Even if they're huge, they're kind of like this thick sometimes. It's crazy. Whereas European fridges and freezers, um, like are a lot thinner. They're a lot more sleeker. So they've got like room in them everywhere. I eat a lot of food. I have a varied diet. My fridge is the size of that door. It's not very big. It could store the food that I need for a week. It's crazy. Itchy's fridge, teeny tiny. Yeah, the inside of it is teeny tiny. It's the same size as our fridge, but yeah. Also, our kitchens, we have a lot more space for food storage and stuff. Whereas the kitchens that I've seen in America, like I said, there's a lot more stuff. There's a lot more just cooking stuff. You fill it with stuff that you think you need for cooking, even though you don't have any food storage. So I don't understand American. Yeah. Um. and all of your stuff in your restaurants and in your fast food restaurants, especially, like I said before, it's like if it's made of like 3 or 4 things. You know, you've got a meat, you've got a cheese, you got a bread. Sometimes there's an extra thing, but that's it. Like those are the things that are basically like, you know, pasta. Pasta might be another thing, but then again, that's kind of a fancy bread, isn't it? So it's like, why, why, why America? Why? Um, it's just it's yeah. I love visiting America. I really do, but Jesus, I wish you could bring fruit and veg with you. You can't though, because you know you're not allowed to on planes and stuff. Yeah, it's a thing. Um, I get why, but yeah, I've been to stores. I've been to your stores. I've been to your your supermarkets and stuff, and there is fruit and veg there. It doesn't look very appealing, but you know, I'm sure if I spent a while, I could figure out exactly what I would want from there. But anyway, yeah. My house is just filled. It's really crazy. My house is just filled with cabinets of plates and bowls. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. It's like 50% food and 50% stuff to eat food on or with. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say that 50 to that. I need to just repeat what you said. I would say that you basically like Americans. The houses I've been to in America is at the best of times 25%. It's like you've got a third, a quarter of your storage space in your kitchens is dedicated to food storage. The rest is dedicated to shit that you need for your food. So yeah, most produce in stores don't care about the quality of the product. The produce doesn't care about its quality. What? No, I mean like just passing by. I managed to see like 1 or 2 good bananas, but the rest were shit. The rest were complete bullshit. You know, I saw like melons and stuff, and some of them look good, but yeah, it's things like this. Just going past the fruit and veg aisles, it's like there's like 1 or 2 just like dotted that are good, and then the rest are just. But yeah. Anyway, pharmacy. I should organize my single cabinet dedicated to spices. Why? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? What is with the spice rack? You're realizing how much of a what? That doesn't make sense based on what we're saying. We have a tiny kitchen. Some of you seen. We have a tiny kitchen, and it has like our spices are on. There's like a magnet plate, and the spices are in these pots with like a glass viewer and a twisty top on top, so you can actually like see how much you want of the spice, and it just kind of like sticks to them, and it's on the wall. That's our spice thing. Yeah, I know, but you basically do you know how much I use these spices? I hardly use these spices at all. If I want chives or something, we have a garden in our kitchen for this stuff. So yeah, shut up. I was a pig. I was really a pig today. I've just eaten. I did the thing again. I did the thing again. I couldn't go to the store today. We were supposed to go yesterday, but I didn't go to the store today because my leg was still hurting. So Damon went to the store and picked me up a bunch of picnic food, pre-made sandwiches and stuff. And I've eaten it all. So yeah, like 30% of my food is like cookies and treats and whipped cream. Yeah, you're a son of Santa. That's a son of Santa diet. It's your birthday in September. Anyway, we put spices in all our shit. Well, yeah, spices and herbs make just improve flavor and stuff. I gorged on burgers. That's nice for you. I live in the middle of nowhere. Very hard to find burgers just in the wild here. Anyway, so yeah, I'm already cranky. I have to go in and get my medication. Go get my medication. Come back home, and then I go back to bed. I mean, I was born in December. Yeah. No, then you have to be ready, ready late if you were a son of Santa. But yeah. Oh well. Um. I mean, your parents could just be lying about when you were born. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah. So couldn't go to the store then. When I woke up from my second nap, ended up not going to the store anyway because A, my leg hurt, and B, um, it was really Damon was really tired, so we just couldn't. We just couldn't. Roscoe, if you're wondering about the whole September thing, think about what month it is in the year. Think about when Christmas is. Then try not to think about anything else. It's just really gross trying to imagine your mother having sex. Just don't do it. Like I just sacrifice a bit of my brain. So yeah, no, I get it. Good. Yeah, I just explaining that I just sacrificed a bit of my brain. I mentally picture everything. So yeah, stupid brain. Puppies. Okay, better. I'm okay. I'm better. Right. Yeah. So I didn't go to the store. So there was no Christmas barbecue. But Damon was really nice, and he said that like, don't worry, next weekend we can do it. So that's good. We'll do it next weekend. But it won't be Christmas then. But whatever. My birthday's in September, by the way. I am a son of Santa. Santa is my daddy. Anyway, yeah. So I was feeling a bit bummed about that. Um, I basically I've lost all of my funding again. So basically, I've lost like my primary source of income, my main job. Um, I found that out that I probably lost it like yesterday. So that was fun. Um, and there was a couple of other little things that were just bugging me yesterday. So yeah, I wasn't in the mood. I just wasn't in the mood. Yeah, it just was a thing. I still have enough money in my bank to do the trips next year and to do Damon's Disney. So super happy about that. But yeah, it turns out it was just a little bit of a depression sink. You know, it wasn't a full-on wave of depression. It was just kind of like a little spike in the depression or something. It wasn't a big deal. Because today, I've been feeling a lot better. I've been feeling a lot better. I got invited to a party in September, which was nice. I got invited to go to a like long weekend party thing. Um, I organized some things for another trip that I'm taking, also at the end of September. Um, so that's going to be fun. Um, so yeah. Don't worry, I do as well. My friend made me think of Captain Picard and Data kissing. It made me spin. It's mainly because I don't like Patrick Stewart or Brent Spinner anymore. I don't like either of them. I kind of, yeah. I used to like Picard. I used to like Patrick Stewart, but then kind of like somebody told me that that they had actually met him, and he is a little bit full of himself, but in a very very weird way. Like he'll put on a I'm a man of the people kind of act, but it slips like really quickly apparently. So that's sad. And Brent Spinner is funny, but I just don't like the like. I feel like he's overexposed. He keeps fucking. He kept fucking with the production. Well, not the yeah the producers of Star Trek. Like so much. He's very good at manipulating people to get like what he wants. So yeah, it's really really annoying. Um, so yeah. People who draw has this burden, what mentally picture and everything. I just never have not done that. I've got an incredibly good imagination, like, and it's not always a good thing because it means I can literally imagine anything. Um, Trying to think of something that I can describe to you without that is a bad thing. That is also incredibly detailed at the same time. But like the thing that is the big deal is the big issue between men and women. The whole thing of like it's like, oh well, you can't possibly imagine what it's like to be a woman giving birth to a child, and it's like, and you said it, and it's playing out in my head great in great detail now to prove a point to you. But yeah, that is excruciating. It's bad. That's also because I've kind of experienced a great deal of pain and been conscious for it and been forced to be conscious for it. So yeah, it's a thing. Anyway, yeah. I hope things turn out better for you. Yeah, it's cool enough now to draw. This is another thing. I keep getting hit by random ironies today. Today's weird. It's like it's both trying to cheer me up, but it's also hitting me with random ironies. Like I had a really bad day yesterday. Like and then today I have all of this good news, and then I get hit by these ironic contradictions. Like I have a shower, and then immediately after I step out of the shower, I need to poop, and you know what that is like. The whole thing of like, oh yes, feel nice and refreshed, I'm squeaky clean, and I need to shit now, which means that even though I wipe and I do a good job of it and everything, I'm not going to feel as clean as I just felt just now until just then, until I've had a shower. Fuck. So yeah. I've forgotten what the second one was. Oh yeah, it's cool enough to draw, and I really do want to get onto with drawing, but I am. That's kind of my own fault. I am too full to sit forward all the time, because I'll end up with like random repeating bullshit, so that's fun. But yeah, it's just been little things like that. So annoying. But yeah, a small wave of depression. Yeah, depression comes in waves mostly, and I mean, do I have to explain depression to someone? I've explained it in the past in my live streams. I know you're fairly new, but yeah. Um, but yeah, depression comes in waves, and I've just gotten over a huge wave, and that's I've just gotten over it. I was basically almost better, almost 100%. So this random spike in badness yesterday just wasn't cool. Just really wasn't cool, and I was having real bad thoughts. It wasn't good. Sounds fun. I can have my thoughts. All I think of is gaunt monsters. I would fuck and with and do stuff. Okay. Oh, I read this comic. It helped me cheer up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if you guys know this guy called Blazing Cheeks. He's like what was it called, Dusk Acres or something? He knows how to draw dads, like the dad expressions. He really, really knows how to draw like the dad expression, like the good daddy brow expression. Um, but yeah, he did a comic. He went quiet for a long period of time, and I didn't know what he was doing. And then basically, we're friends ish, kind of like we poke each other every now and again. But yeah, he basically goes quiet for long periods of times, and we don't know what he's doing. And then he makes like a video game, or he basically does an entire comic, like a yeah. I have no idea what that is, but okay, yeah. So he does stuff. But yeah, he did a comic, and I think it's called Dusk Acres or something like that. I just read it for fuck's sake. But yeah, oh my god, so many good panels of like real good dad expressions and stuff. And of course dirty stuff, but yeah, funny. um but yeah, I read that. That cheered me up. There was a weirdly good story involved in it. And it's like I don't know why this is good. And every now and again somebody fucks somebody and it's really funny. Because it's just so casual. But yeah. Um I'm in the process of basically like mining the comic because I took a bunch of screen grabs, and like I haven't put them into a file yet, so it's just for reference for when I do like daddy expressions and stuff, because he does, like I said, he really has nailed down the daddy brow and the the real kind of like guru expressions that like older furs can do and stuff, and it's just yeah, a lot of things that a lot of my friends that I know would enjoy, and I would just like to nail down the formula for myself somehow. Although I feel like I can pull off a pretty good like a snarl or growl kind of expression. I've done it a couple of times with Five and Pop, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean that cheered me up a little bit. That's fun. So I've skipped through a bunch of chat. Let me just oh yeah, smoke out. Yep, Vegas. Looking forward to Vegas. Still needs Itchy to basically send me a confirmation that he's got the room booked and everything. so I can send him money. Money. Money for that. Like I said, we're booking the room for 3 people. But I mean, it might go up to 4. It just depends on when Jeffrey sends me that excuse of how he can't be there, because I know it's coming. I don't know why he's stalling. Just tell me that just give me an excuse. I'm waiting to hear it. But he's just really dodging that excuse. But yeah, even if I do book it for 4 people, that's not such a bad idea, because I still don't know if Panafox, if you're coming, or if anybody else is coming, because I got a couple of friends that are really interested, and I don't know how interested. You know, I just don't know. I don't know, including you, Roscoe. So yeah. So that's Q. Okay, what am I missing? Basically, since we can imagine anything, we just imagine alternative past, presents, futures. Oh, it's not that detailed. It's more like like everyday day-to-day life stuff. My brain's really good at doing that when I sleep. It basically imagines it's imagined entire lifetimes, and it's been in great detail. It has been amazing so far. So far, in my past lives or whatever, I've imagined uh, meaning that I've lived countless decades in these dreams, being a random colonist somewhere, going backwards and forwards between. I want to say the Caribbean islands, but I'm not entirely sure they were. They might have been just the Madeira Islands or something. Basically, I was part of a colonist, like director person or financier or something. I had a fancy pants cabin and everything. Somewhere in I want to say the 1700s. I'm not entirely sure when. But yeah, that was weird. And then I was still I'm just trying to do this in chronological order, not in the order in which I've gotten these. Yeah, I was also some kind of sea captain of a really big cargo ship, but it was like in the just like in the Victorian era, some point. That was actually kind of fun. That one actually was kind of fun. I was there for at least 20 to 40 years. I have no idea how long this dream went on for, but huge chunk of time. But it was really good. It was really good fun. There was, of course, the famous one that I've made into a picture series, a small picture series where I basically was a fairly wealthy, really fat guy living in London who was an artist, and I basically painted this woman, and I moved all the way across to Hawaii, somewhere in the Edwardian era. Moved all the way to Hawaii to be with this lady that I didn't know existed. I saw her in a dream. I painted her, and then I went and found her in Hawaii, and I lived the rest of my life. I can remember all of that. I can remember all of that dream. It was amazing. Like I was already kind of like in my late 20s, early 30s. But the rest of my life, it was basically the journey over to see her, and then married her, and I had kids with her and everything. It was amazing. um, but yeah, just after that, and this is the most recent one. I had that weird dream where I was in some place called the Wolvers Club, and I want to say this is like the 30s or 40s or something. I have no idea where this was. I couldn't pick out a native language, but it was a big townhouse, and everybody was very nicely dressed, but they were all very large, chunky men, and it was called the Wolvers Club. And like I ran it, or I owned it, or something, because I was making my rounds around this place. But that was just one day. But yeah, that was really good. But yeah. Um, I feel dirty again after taking that down. Well, no, I felt dirty compared to the freshly like ding ding kind of like sparkly, squeaky cleanness that you get. That feeling that you have after you've just come out of the shower. I felt like that, and then I got dressed, kind of, shirt and underpants, um, and I hugged Damon, and then I was like, oh fuck, I need to poop. Like my bowels had just triggered the whole, you need to poo now thing. And it was like, oh fuck. Well, great. Means I can have another shower, I guess. I don't know. Do a single stroke on your pad and then you can say you drew. No, no, that doesn't work. You see, if I was to do that, if I was to do that, then I would be doing it. I would be doing more than that. You can't just do a single stroke, especially when it's on the computer, because essentially it's kind of like, um, you have to open the file, you have to load it, you then have to figure out what you want to do. It just doesn't make sense to just do one texture, one line of a texture on the picture that you're working on. You have to do all of that kind of texture. You have to finish all of that, and then maybe go on to the next thing, and blah blah blah. Blazing, he's popular all around. Yes, he's really good. He is really good. Like I said, I've already gone on about how he's like just really nailed down certain facial features that I like, and I know other people like. So yeah, there are a couple of characters that may or may not be inspired by me or something at some stage. As far as I've been told, not entirely sure which ones, but yeah. Um, I have no idea what the dick tournament thing is. I probably, if you showed me a picture of it, or you basically like just described it a bit more, then I would have been like, I'm probably going to be like, oh yeah, that. I've seen most of the stuff that he's done, so yeah. Remember that comic? He put Po from Kung Fu Panda in a pub hood. I don't remember that. I do remember a couple of pandas that were in the perfect neighbor masks, maybe, but I don't remember them being in a pub hood. Or are these a separate thing? Is this a separate thing? I don't know. I could be as productive as. Well, he basically, isn't this his job? Doesn't he make a lot of money from this? I just don't shit down and do shit. I'm confused. I'm guessing you mean sit down and do shit. I find it hard to be very productive if I. Yeah. I wish. I just. With that. I'm currently imagining my life if I was a full-time DJ in the 90s. Okay. It's a bit out of my era. Like I just described. For some reason, the past lives that I have imagined, dreamt of, have been from like somewhere in the like 1700s, all the way up to like the 1940s, with random snippets of like the 50s, 60s, and then it kind of gets a bit fuzzy in the 70s, after the 70s. So I don't know. Maybe all of those specific chunks of lifetime, like, if reincarnation is real, which it probably isn't, but if it is and dreams are a look into those things or whatever, then it's very possible that this current iteration of me is very much like those particular guys, and that's why I dream of them. Maybe, I don't know. I like to think of that as a weird hypothesis. But yeah, DJ in the 90s. Okay, why? Everybody wanted to be a DJ in the 90s. You guys don't know this. I'm the oldest one here. It just occurred to me. You guys don't remember the 90s. So they sucked. Like, they were really, really crappy to live through. They were really, like, some cool stuff came out of them and everything. But to actually be there and live through, it wasn't as cool as it was. Really annoying. It was a really annoying time, because it's like, it wasn't as cool as the 80s, and we didn't have all of the cool stuff that you got in the noughties. Yeah, so it was kind of like, I got through it. I had Game Boys. It was cool. Do you want to? Are you still there? Do you want to have a proper goodbye? I'm not staying on much longer myself, but yeah. Um. Okay. Do you want to get together and Discord some art? Discord some art. Get some concepts down. What? I have a worksheet of all the stuff that I need to get done. You know, now that it's cool enough. But then again, it's only cool enough right now because, shut up. It's only cool enough right now because it's night time and we're having a bit of a storm session happening for the next couple of weeks apparently. So that means that it's not going to be super hot at least. So yeah, I'm guessing you left. I'm guessing you left. Sad. Although it says on Discord that he's playing movies and TV. I don't know what that means. Is there a game? Or is he just watching TV? Is he lying to us? I have to share it with you again. Just okay if you must, but like I said, it's just yeah. Stop yelling at your belly. It's annoying. It's happy, and it just is kind of just when it's happy. Sometimes it makes noises. Tell it just shut up. But yeah, the 90s weren't that cool. Trying to think of the best thing that happened in the 90s, and all I can think of is like, well, Stargate started. That's basically it. Like I said, a bunch of cool media happened in the 90s, but like the mediums, not so good. I can see why. You can see why about the 90s. Well, to reiterate, the it wasn't as cool as the 80s. Like there was some there seemed to be this like a bunch of cool shit that happened in the 80s that it would have been cool to grow up in, you know. Whereas the 90s, it was kind of it just wasn't as cool as the 80s. And you had this real sense that you could feel that, you know. I don't know. But TV was good, movies were good. Some classic video games happened as well in the 90s. Um, the music was a bit trashy. But yeah, that's it. And like I said, Game Boys happened. Like a bunch of different Game Boys happened, so I was happy with that. And of course, Pokemon happened as well. So I was kept entertained. I was kept entertained for the most part. So yeah. The noughties is when like technology started to become cool. So yeah. The era of the 90s cartoons. Well, yeah. Simpsons, South Park. I can't think of any other good ones. But then again, there's a bunch of the kids ones as well. So yeah. Although I think wasn't when was Godzilla out? It's the era of the 90s cartoon remakes, I should say, because that's when they like the big remakes of the classic cartoons started happening. This is like when the this is when sorry, but is Roscoe still here? I can see him on Discord, and it's so distracting. It's like, oh, I have to go. And then it's basically like, is he watching? Is he just watching TV? Because that's what it says on the thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't think so. I don't know. Basically, to sum up, yesterday was kind of shitty. Today's been kind of it's been good, and now it's going to it's slowly it's winding down. Oh, I have to fix my sleep cycle because like I'm only just getting tired now. And next week sometime I have to go see my mom. It's I'm actually looking forward to going to see my mom. It's more the case of like I don't want to go there because there's so many cats, and I know that I'm going to be basically spending most of my time outside, where it's going to be way too hot, um, and there's not going to be much to do. But it's just for a day, so yeah. So it's just that it's good. It's a like 2 to 3 hour journey there and then back. So you know I shouldn't really complain. But yeah, that's next week. I still haven't filmed anything. I was going to ask about that. My stomach seems to have gotten better. That does seem to have been just a random bit of gas. No, my mum's not a cat person. She bought her best friend's house, and her best friend is going to live with her daughter. However, the granny annex that they're putting on their house, basically they're building an entirely new another building next to their house, so that my mum's best friend can move into it. And it's been delayed for like 2 years. So my mum, when she moved, she basically just said, "I'll look after you until that's finished." But it's just been delayed so much. So all the cats belong to my mum. Does have a cat, but she has one cat, and I can basically get along with okay with that one. Whenever I'm about to visit, when I visited her in Cornwall, she'd always like keep it out of the room that I was staying in, you know, so that it would basically I'll have a retreat to sleep in, and I could just leave all the time, like if I felt my allergies acting up, but this is gonna be shit. So yes, because my mum's best friend has a lot of cats as well as my mum's original cat. So there's gonna be cats everywhere. So that's fun. It's mainly the travel. I've never been to this part of. I've never been on the train this way before to see my mum. I've been to where my mum has moved to before, but I've never been. I was driven there, and I was coming from London. Um, Whereas this time, I'm going around the country, basically the other way to avoid London, because the train ticket prices are £100 cheaper, which is great. But at the same time, it's like fucking London. Why? Yeah, in the UK, the trains are actually fairly. They've gone up a bit because of inflation, but they're fairly reasonable if you're not going near major city centres, near major cities. You know, But if you're going to the capital, Jesus Christ, they really want you to pay for it because of all of the public transportation that's in London. They assume that if you're passing through London, you're not only passing through London, you're going from one train station to another train station in London. And when you do that, you are definitely not walking. And it's like, but I am going to be walking. It's like, oh no, you're definitely not walking. So we're going to add tube fare, bus fare, maybe even river bus fare, depending on where your connecting train is. And it's like, so that you can get from one station to the other. And when I say get from one station to the other in London, these stations are huge. Like the places that you're walking around in are massive. So to get from the London Underground station to like your platform that your train is on, that's a lot of walking in itself. You know, it's not like it's saving you on walking. You're literally just walking around this giant train station to find another train station that's underground. And the route there is through so many different tunnels and underground systems. So, anyway, but yeah, London, they make you pay even if you're not using those services, which is why it's like so much more expensive if you travel through London. However, if I get this train to say, like I'm going to a place called I'm going to Essex. I'm going back to fucking Essex. So if I get a train from here to London and then to Essex, it's hugely expensive. However, if I go from here to Colchester, which is in Essex, and then and then down a bit more to where my mum is, it's way cheaper. It's way cheaper, and it's basically I just have to go from one platform to another in Colchester, so super easy. So yeah, what is all the faffing about in London? It's because you're paying for fucking London. They like to make you pay for everything. It's a thing. He's still watching TV. Sorry. He is though. But yeah, I'm doing that next weekend. Next week anyway. So yeah. It's not like I'm not seeing my mum. It's just that if I don't see her mum and her new house and see my mum's best friend, who admittedly I do want to see, I haven't seen her for years. It's just that she's been in a part of the country that I haven't been able to get to quite easily, and also she has a lot of cats. So yeah, it's just hard to see her. Because my mum's best friend, her daughter used to be my best friend in high school. So I know her. So like so it'll be nice to see her again and stuff, especially since she's not been doing so good. So yeah, I've been putting this off for a little while because of the whole thing of like, I'm not sure if I've had like COVID and I had this summer cold last month. Stop it! I'm going to bed soonish. But yeah, I had like a weird summer cold thing last month that I'm still getting over. That I thought was COVID, but isn't, or something. So yeah, I don't want to basically get her sick just by showing up. So yeah. Okay, I really don't know what else to talk about. Oh, yes, coming up. the rest of this week, if my leg improves, I do want to start filming some stuff. So we need to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing for these videos, because like I'm ready. I'm ready. So yeah. So yeah, I need video ideas for, wasn't it all the P's this time? Pumpin, Pupper, and Pop. Oh, yes. Yeah, so inflation, Pop, or the Daddy Dog Hood, or whatever, and Papa Tub's week. So yeah, I need ideas. I need ideas for those. So I'm going to be getting ideas next time. So yeah, you get homework. You get homework. Panda Fox is being conveniently quiet because he's going to be all like, "Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't hear what you said. I didn't know I had homework." But yeah. So yeah, I need to record those because people on Patreon will start to get annoyed. I'm not doing anything. So yeah. I knew I should have skipped. Skip what? Skipped class. Skipped class. Welcome back, Roscoe, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. I might have said that in my head. I don't know. But no. That's been really funny, Roscoe, because I don't know what's been going on, but on Discord it says that you've just been watching TV. Anyway. Shut up. Right. I did find it weird that you basically asked if, I don't know what that means. Do you want to get together on Discord? Discord some art, get some concepts down. I didn't know what that meant. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, I've already got ideas. I have a list of. I've got a spreadsheet that has all of my next ideas on and stuff. My multiverse of previous lives. Oh no, I remember them. I remember them. That Hawaiian one was freaky. I'm pretty sure I died. It's weird how vivid that was. I remember feeling oddly happy about it. Like I'd been okay with my life. Because it was pretty sweet. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I think we're good. So yeah, next live stream will probably be a brainstorm and maybe art. It depends if it stays this cool. it depends if it stays outside. Temperature is 17 degrees C, which is comfortable. But this is the morning, so essentially this is as cold as it's going to get, and it's going to get way warmer in the day probably. But yeah, it does mean I can walk. I can work at night again in the shadows. Yeah, it was actually cool enough for me to turn off the fan last night. I turned off the fan in the bedroom, but I had to turn it on again. I had to turn the fan on in the bedroom, and then put the covers over me because there was this fly that when I turned the fan off, it like the air currents in the room stopped, which meant that the fly that had somehow made it to the bedroom could then poke me and fly past my ear all the time and keep me awake. So I had to turn the fan on again, and he stopped. But it meant that my legs would get cold, or my leg would get cold, or something. So I had to put the covers over me and turn the fan up. So it's kind of like I don't know what to do. But yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because then I don't want it to get too cold for the 1940s weekend and stuff. Although that doesn't mean I can wear my sweater vest and stuff if it were for the 1940s weekend. So yeah, that'd be cute. Right, guys, I am gonna go. Anything anybody want to talk to me about before I go? Anything anybody want to ask me or say to me or anything? I don't think it's a multiverse. I think that this just happened. Like I said, I've got a weird thing of like it's possible, although not really. Kind of. This is just wishful thinking on my brain's part. That these are just these might be previous lives, and the reason why I'm connecting to them so much is because this iteration of me is very, very similar to those iterations of me in the past. But yeah, anyway. Okie dokie. Oh. Berry wubs. Oh, back stretch. And belly salute. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, for... If I'm not back tomorrow, it just means that, like, I missed my streaming window, or I got busy doing something else. But I'm hoping to be back tomorrow to do the brainstorm and maybe art, depending on what the temperature is. I know I've just said that like 6 times, but yeah. But yeah, so it's pumping week, pup week, and Papa Tubs week, and any ideas would be very, very appreciated. I'm hoping to like sometime before the weekend. What day is it? So I've got a couple of days still. Sometime before the weekend to actually film something, you know. But yeah. Anyway. Toodles.